We got audio.
Da, 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 da. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we got audio. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to go into Final Cut Pro and do all that.
Do you see my screen? Do you see me?
It says Dew has. I mean, I see it. It just says it's paused. So,
Let's see. Why am I not appearing? This is torture. Why do I always have why do I always have like these problems?
I have problems sometimes. I was actually like really worried going into this. That was actually like, I was worried that this wasn't gonna work because I was like, oh, this is not gonna work because like usually I'm like on like because usually whenever I'm filming my own videos, it's always the case that I'm like, okay, camera always either dies or I filmed something earlier and I had to delete something off the memory card and that stuff, but stream paused. Oh. Well, I had an intro for this video. It was like, hello and welcome to this very special first video for the new channel where I have this special guest on the channel today. Now, this special guest today is one that you could say is one of the more unique and popular creators in the furry fandom, popular from the memes they voiced over and the big thing of Boy Kisser. Please welcome the one and only Dewperland. Oh.
Hello. My voice is so chopped. Hold on. Let me see if do you need a green screen from me or
I mean, it doesn't. I mean,
because I can change like all the environments for myself.
I mean that depends. Like, what do you think would work the best?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if I go to a classroom. Should I go to a classroom? No. Let's go to maybe a VR room. Ooh,
I just have.
Or maybe this one. Oh, this looks good. Oh, it's cute. All right, this suits me best. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. We did it. Hello.
There we go. That's fun.
Make sure you're recording.
I'm already recording.
I want to.
I was.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, I was recording like 10 minutes. Like, because I got into a call with a friend before because I was like, I got to make sure everything's going to be working properly. The audio, the camera, and all that.
Now I am here. We're both here. We're here live.
I mean, I could also change my background too, but the background's properly set up. And I got a Christmas tree up because,
Hey, every single day is a merry day, so you might as well just spend, you know, every day a jolly day.
Actually, I have to ask you one question before we continue with the conversation. Do you actually recognize me? I don't know if you recognize me from anywhere. Maybe VR chat, maybe a print of some sort.
No, I'm so sorry. I don't really know. Well, here's the thing: is that I don't really go on VR chat to like, you know, talk to random strangers all that much. Like, for example, the last time I went to a public VR world was like last year.
It was like on the cause
So are you supposed to be someone big? Someone big boom, like
No,
like big bang of a person.
no, it was no, there was this print that I printed out. I gotta find it real quickly. Actually, I have a video that I posted on it because hang on. Ugh. It's because it's this print of like two guys on my iPad, and you were like, "Yo, what?" Like, hey, let me see if I can.
Oh.
Because I know I have it. I just gotta. I actually even made a print of it, but it's this moment on your stream here. It's God, of course I gotta show it on my iPad as well. I don't want to scream. I don't want to do any sort of screen thing.
Is it the? Is it the time? Yeah, it was during the. Oh, I remember now. That was during the boy kisser, meet up with the cat. Yeah, I remember that. That was so funny. Wait, you printed? Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay, now I know. Now I remember.
Man, I don't know if I can do the. Because I don't think I can, right? Oh, yeah, I can! Like,
that was a really fun day. I loved that day. It was so much fun.
Like, there it is. Oh, that's notifications. There we go. That's the original picture. It's actually by Castle Swimmer fan artist. Great comic. They're on pause. Oh!
It's a lot of gay. It's a lot of homosexual activity.
Yeah. It's. I guess I think that's the one thing I think that's the big question I should. Oh God, I think I probably should ask you if you are actually gay or not, because I think that's the one. Well, I don't even know if you are or not. Like.
I guess, like, a lot of people think that I am gay because I voice the boy kisser memes, and then I voice, like, a lot of furry gay stuff. I guess that's, like, the main, idea of what people have of me in terms of my sexuality, but I would say I would like to keep it mysterious. Who knows? Maybe I'm gay. Or maybe I'm lesbian. Who knows? It's forever a mystery.
That it's like saying Finn Wolfhard is gay just from the interactions that he has with like Noah Snap or like some of the aspects.
Just the shippings from from Stranger Things.
Like I've kept up on the show recently, but like but god damn it, like if anybody's seen season 5, then you know exactly how it's ended. But
I heard it's a very good like series, and I think I've only watched like the first 2 seasons, but that's it.
I only started watching back. I only started back in 2019, so it was like, but
yeah, like I think a lot of the times when we're like what the speculation about me being like gay or like straight or bisexual, I think just keeping it like a secret, an enigma, is funny. It's funny for me because I like people just trying to keep guessing, and I'll be like, yes, keep on guessing. Sorry, like... I live like right next to a busy street, so.
Like it's okay. I used to be in like all kinds of like I love Top Gear. I love Grand Tour. I used to be at like car shows when I was younger. So it was like, I guess like, is that something you're interested in? Like any sort of vehicles or.
Well, I watched the Netflix show of Formula 1. I think it was like the first, like, that too, season 1 and 2. Like, I really liked watching the Formula 1 show. the drama is intense, and there's like the big car crashes and everything, and they make it very dramatic, and did such a great job. And other than that, maybe I don't know, Cars, like the Pixar movie, but that was like ages ago. Um, and when it comes to like vehicles and cars, I don't really know a lot of them. Um, if I had to choose like a favorite like car, it would probably be the those like old like boxy Japanese cars. And even like the Japanese cars nowadays too, they're very boxy. Have you noticed that?
I could definitely see it because like you look at a Honda Civic from like a couple of years ago against back then, it's like it definitely has the same shape. Like
Yeah, it's more like curvy now. It's more thick. It's like it's less blocky. I like the blocky designs of the cars. If you go to Japan, you'll be able to see all the cars, well, not all of them, but most of the cars are very blocky for a reason. And the reason why is because if you have a blocky shaped car, you can fit your blocky shaped car into tighter spaces. And there's some places in Japan that's very dense when it comes to population. Not a lot of space. So the blocky cars are very useful.
it like you have to ask the Japanese, are you guys being intentionally dense? And it's just like, huh? the I guess
Out of context.
like I. But what about the Cybertruck? Because I know that like you're bringing up blocky cars.
Oh, yeah, I really like the Cybertruck. Sorry, guys. I know some of you guys out there are like, I don't like the person who made the Cybertruck, or, oh, the Cybertruck design is so weird and so poopy. But me, I like blocky things. Like, if you were to take me to, like, Legoland or, like, a Lego store, I'll probably be the first one who's just gonna go, like, let's go in there. I want to see the blocky things.
Say something of some things blocky, like, you'd probably like Madonna.
Oh! I've seen those tapes before. They're cassette tapes. And I think, the I remember like seeing, so I think it was like right before COVID. There was like a huge like city pop craze, and a lot of artists that made a lot of like city pop like remixes had made cassette tapes of their remixes. And a lot of people, there's some sort of like resurgence for like cassette tapes to be installed, or like systems like that to be installed of vehicles.
That's the unfortunate part, is that you can't really do that today. But personally, I'm an iPod user, so like it's just what
That's a relic of the past. What the heck?
like it's got a
That's a relic.
It still works great. Like I was listening to it earlier. Like it's like
What? Why do you have fossils in your room? You're not a dinosaur.
Yeah, like I got like a bunch of, actually I could zoom my camera over, like you could see like all my like relics. Like I got old like,
Are those like phones? On like all the phones that you had previously? You just have them on display?
no, they're phones that I bought like for collection purposes. I could actually show you, at least I'll bring two, actually I'll bring three over. Like I got a OG Microsoft Zune here, so it's like it's a classic Zune from like 2006. I got it for like $10 at a thrift store. This is a third gen iPod, so you got this will.
That, what is that? It looks like one of those, wait, what Game Boys. It looks like a Game Boy.
I mean, it's not that. No, it's just the color design. But this was like one of the weirder designs because it was all touch, and this was like one of the only ones where this design was like that. Nowadays, it's like like that.
That's interesting. Whoa,
And
very
then
cool.
and then I got a Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge from 2015, which like man,
Oh, I remember those.
I had a Z Flip recently. Like I had a Z Flip and that shit broke within 3 weeks of getting it. And I'm like, now I'm getting a Google Pixel. So I'll be talking about that. But but what about you? Like what did you I guess that kind of leads me into a question of like what is your daily use phone and like I guess everyday tech carry? Like
I well, I use an iPhone 14. The big Pro Max, the fat thingamabobber. So I use that. And that was actually my first like iPhone too. So it's like a like I never had like the I was never allowed to have a phone when I was a little bit younger. So I always like kind of like like whenever you're hanging out with friends and then you kind of like to when they're on their phone you kind of just want to see what they're looking at on their phone. I was always that type of person who would just like lean over on the side like, hey, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Ooh, I want to see what's that. Oh, can I press this button? Because I never was like an iPad baby. Like my my guardians were very like strict, like did not want me to like touch like technology. Instead, they wanted me to like go outside and play and like all that kind of stuff. So I never really had like a environment where I was surrounded by technology like you are. Um, but it was interesting how that now I am completely surrounded by technology within like 3 years.
it's all just like because I'm kind of the same way, but like for me like it wasn't until like 2016 when I was like getting like into the like the older stuff because I was into like because before before the iPod I actually had a Sony Walkman. Like this is my uncle's. He used to have this and
What is that?
It
looks like a calculator.
It's a cassette player where you could.
Oh. Whoa, that's cool.
1989. It's retired now. But
1989?
It's older than me, so it's.
Yeah, it's older than me too.
It.
Way older than me.
It's weird because like for the past couple of years like I've been like because one of the things that like I wasn't into iPods that much until like 2021 when I bought my iPod Video, but like this is the one that I use. It's upgraded and everything, but like man, like the idea of like going like because this was also before COVID too. It was me with my Sony Walkman like carrying around a bunch of tapes that I would make up like a bunch of mixtapes, like a playlist and that stuff. And there's like this one's a 2015 one, but like I used to play those tapes on loop too until like I got into the iPod days. I haven't returned to Spotify.
The iPod days. Wait, so what you're telling me is that you were born like before the iPod days started?
Nah,
that was like
I was born like in the peak iPod days when they were like coming out with the video iPod and that stuff. This was before the iPhone too, which like to think that that's coming up to 20 years. Jesus Christ, I'm old. Like I'm not that old, but
I don't remember like gosh, like the last time I seen like an iPod thing was like when I was like a kid, when I saw like a lot of people like playing Minecraft and everything, like for the first time. I remember that was when that was like peak. Oh, No, kitty. Sorry, I have 2 cats and they like to try to jump on my lap. I'm busy, kitty. I'm busy. But yeah, like in terms of technology, I was never really surrounded by any of it. Never had a console game. I always went to like a friend's place to like play games with them. Whether that be what is it? Super Smash Bros or Mario Kart or the Call of Duty. Um I call it Call of Booty because it's a like booty game. Not so good. It's a butt of a game because I always get killed after I like I spawn in like a random area. Every time, like 2 seconds later, I turn around and I die. And I'm like, how do you play this game? And my friend's like, oh, you suck. You suck.
It's like loser.
That's what I said back to him. But you know, some people are built for games, some people are not, and I'm one of those people who are not built for games. I am not a gamer whatsoever.
I'm not really a shooter guy either. Like, I'm mostly a driving game person. So I like Forza Horizon and that stuff.
Do you have one of those like wheels that like you can turn around with your
I'm not that bougie, but I own like I own all the Forza Horizon games. Like, the second one's my favorite. But I guess that brings up a question of like, what is your favorite game outside of just streaming and that stuff? Because that's
I think my well, the only game that I play every day is Zenless Zone Zero. That's what I play every single day. It's like a gacha game where like you play like 3 different agents and then you do like a bunch of combos and counters and like you try to defeat the enemy as fast as you can. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But before I started playing Zenless Zone Zero, where I did play a little bit of Valorant, but I'm terrible at Valorant. I'm not very good. I did play a little bit of League of Legends too, with the hooking character. It's like he carries like a lantern, a thresh. Yes, so I played like a support hooking kind of character, but that's it. I'm not really a gamer. Not really a gamer. To the dismay of many people who wants me to play Ultra Kill every single like time when it's mentioned.
God, that like that plus that would be hard with you streaming it too, because that would be like a case of just you. Because I can't imagine you being trying to be like moist critical and playing like what is it, Valorant and that stuff, like in streaming. But I guess that's kind of because I have to try to form this perfectly because I'm like trying to think of, I guess, I get 2 questions that I want you to definitely answer. Is like, what kind of equipment do you use to edit your stuff? And then what is one thing that you can take out of streaming that you would say you regret about streaming? Or
well, first of all, the editing software that I use are all Adobe, like After Effects, Adobe Premiere. I use Adobe Audition and Photoshop for like editing, like the comics that I dub. So yeah, that's like everything that I use. And then when I had to upgrade my computer, I was like, like the stuff that I was using on my previous old computer was not running very, very, very well. Everything was like crashing and everything. But that's because I realized that my computer was old. So yeah, and there's like a whole bunch of stories about my new computer and how I had trouble with that one. But in terms of the streaming, Um, I mm, I never really had like any problems with the streaming. I think the only one that I have problems with is technical issues because I always have a lot of technical issues. Um, the thing is that whenever I make stuff and whenever like I pump out stuff, um, even after like a week of like the upload, I think back to what I created. I'm like, oh, I could have like put a little bit more effort into that, or oh, like I should have like add more emphasis into my voice, or like all these kind of things, right? But like you recognize those kind of mistakes or like imperfections after you publish everything, and then you keep on making like better things. And part of that journey was streaming as well. So um all the streams that I've done, I don't think I have any regrets or anything that I wanted to like take out of. I think every single stream that I've done was fun. It was a learning experience, and yeah, pretty much that. Oh, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else. No. Uh-uh.
It's like I definitely do have like some regrets in some way or another, but like a lot of it is like stuff that's happened in the past. Like it was like because a lot of me back then wasn't exactly up to point when it comes down to content, but I've gotten better with it. It's like everybody improves on it, which is like good on it. There's definitely a story that you would love to hear because there's another V YouTuber that was like that had their computer confiscated, which essentially had all of their assets for their VR, either their VR chat stuff, and then
I can understand that pain.
oh, it's
Yeah.
because there's a reason why people
Not that I've experienced it myself, but
there's a reason why
I know how it feels to lose everything.
Yeah, like because again, I had the same issue with the Z Flip, but I'm getting the phone stuff squared away, but it's but like I would recommend like possibly trying out Mac with Final Cut Pro because that's what I've been using for editing and that stuff. I know like especially if you have like a MacBook, it's a lot easier to work with, but I don't know like because maybe there's stuff that doesn't quite add up to Mac OS stuff, but it's like because but I like Mac. I wouldn't use Windows primarily for editing. It's not really my kind of thing, but it's
Well, each operating system has their own uniqueness, right? Apple is like super easy to use. It's like there's less complications when it comes to like using like for example, what is that like one guitar app on Apple?
GarageBand.
GarageBand, right? Yeah, on GarageBand, you can just like open it and then you just press like whatever is on the iPad and make your own music out of it. I think there was this one like musical artist who's like 7 or 9 or something like that and made like a banger. I'll show it to you later. And I think she made it like all on GarageBand on the iPad. So there's like the ease of accessibility for like or Apple products in general. Like even for my iPhone, like I really like how simple it is, and but some people like more customizable things, more independent stuff, and therefore like people like Windows or even more serious people like Linux. Though I don't know how Linux all works. You just have to make the operating system yourself or something like that. I don't know. It's like too much technology that I do not know.
Because that's also bringing up another thing because like it's like because like you could have as much equipment as you want, but you're not gonna get. You have to make something good, something likable that will show people to that brings people into it. Like that's the big thing about it. Because
Right.
it's not necessarily
Yeah.
the equipment you use and that stuff. Because I know Moist Critical is one of those people who has like the most basic bones of videos, but yet his personality keeps people in. It's like that kind of brings me to two questions. What do you think people like you for? And if you had to collaborate with anybody, who would it be?
Yeah, like you brought up an interesting point. Some people favor personality over people that are put a lot of effort into their videos and make it super interesting, right? Everyone has their own niche, and I think someone like Moist Critical, he makes a lot of like dirty jokes that are very funny to be interpreted, right? So I think for him, he has that kind of niche, right? He doesn't have to make like something like fancy or something like that, because his humor is from like how he speaks and how he delivers his lines, right? For me, I think a lot of people like me for my voice and like yeah, pretty much my voice. I think that's pretty much it. That I can do like something like high over here and then all the way down here, deep and low. And so it's like both of that, like in a combination of like that's like a skill and also my interests of like being able to make like comic dubs and make things like pop out a little bit and cutesy, like silly, goobery, like that's the kind of stuff that I like to make, and I think that's what a lot of people like to see. And as for who I want to collaborate with in the future, I don't really know. I never really think about like who do I want to collaborate with in the future. But if I had to choose, I think it would be like with I think it would be pretty cool if I collaborated with um like someone as big as PewDiePie or something like that.
Let's not get Mr. Beast into it.
Oh, Mr. Beast is like he does like a lot of philanthropy stuff. I want to know how that works because I want to do like philanthropy stuff too in the future. I think that's like a wonderful idea. Help people around the world, you know? Of course, I'm aware of the controversies of like how people like perceive all that kind of stuff, but I think even so, it's still helping some people. So it's better than nothing.
I mean, it is in some way it is better than nothing, but there's some points where you're like, like maybe it doesn't work out in the end. But like, I think one person who I'd love to be able to collaborate in the future with, because there's a ton of people that like, there's like, oh, you have dreams to collaborate with anybody, but I think one that I would, because you may think I sound crazy, right? But like, I'm a guy who would love to be able to get Ryan Gosling somehow or some way, to like somehow, even if it's like 10 minutes.
Ooh. Now that would be very interesting. Oh, if I were to like, well, not necessarily like a collaboration or something like that, but I want to like one day have like a one-on-one conversation with Keanu Reeves. I think that would be like a nice like a 30-minute conversation. Like I feel like that would be really fun.
Because
But yeah, Ryan Gosling. Sorry, I
Nah,
really like Keanu Reeves.
there's like an unaired episode of Top Gear that was from like 2015. Apparently, that was like an interview with Jeremy Clarkson and Keanu Reeves that was never released because, well, the BBC cut Jeremy Clarkson off early and everybody else left. But like, that, like, imagine being able to like I would be like, if that was released, I'd be like, you know what, you got to see this interview right now, this Top Gear interview with Keanu Reeves. I think it was after John Wick, so it was like, but like, it's because I'm trying to figure out what to say. I know that like that 30-minute one-on-one would be really fun. Like that would be like, even if I get that with Ryan Gosling, that'd be awesome to get. Like,
yeah, it's like, and it's also like a private conversation too. Like that's what I want. I want to have like a private conversation. I'll be like away from the cameras, away from the like, just have like, a cup of water with, and have some biscuits and like talk about like life. I don't know. Talk about life and what he thinks about it, and like I feel like those kind of things, like, oh, what do you think about like the technology now? Like, like if you were this person, what would you do? Like, silly conversations, fun things to talk about. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, I think, in my opinion. Whether it's Ryan Gosling or Keanu Reeves. Very cool.
I think the one thing that would be awesome too is that, like, because imagine like the idea of having like an old style camera that like has a videotape in it. I actually have a bunch, but here's one of the ones that I have here.
Oh, it's like those like VHS tapes or something?
This one is digitally or high A, but like imagine like having a conversation, or
what
actually
is that?
like having
a camera,
like a day in the life of, like, I can actually do this because I can.
What is that? It looks like a laser like machine.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I can see my. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that was so close.
What does that 900x on the front mean?
It's the zoom. It's the zoom. Almost there we go.
Whoa, that's cool.
I mean,
whoa. Oh.
I mean, it's like how this works is that you would have a tape in it. It's like you would throw the tape into the mechanism, so like.
Yeah.
And it would like.
Oh.
Man, they had stuff interesting back then. It's like, oh, it's just it's SD card now, but.
Yeah, everything's like all digital now, right? So you don't have like these cool like physical things that you can like pop in and pop out. It's like cartridges and stuff like that. Everything is all like all in one. It's like using a shampoo, and you know when you go to a Walmart or like a Target and you see like all in one 5-in-1 shampoo. Like
shampoo, conditioner, body wash,
body wash, face wash, like everything.
And
man,
and then it's just something outrageous like Cheeto dust.
Baja Blast.
but
yeah.
Like the idea of like the main idea was like having one of those like cameras with you. Like you go in a day of life of like Dewperland with so and so featuring so and so, and
yeah,
like like that would be so cool to have that like that aesthetic, like it's like, and but like it'd just be like, I don't know, it would be fun to see it like the artifacts and just see, because I used to carry this around. Like a couple years back, I took this to Myrtle Beach with me, and I still have the footage for that because I have the tape with me. But like
Mm.
it's kind of like going through the life of so and so, and but like I know Markiplier did that like 6 years ago. That's crazy to think that COVID was 6 years ago now, almost 6 years ago.
Oh gosh, where had all the time go? Where did it go?
Yeah, like really, like
Mhm.
I want that slow rush. And
It's like it's very nostalgic, isn't it? Like when you like look at like old well, not old YouTube videos, but like footage of like people using those like cameras in the 1980s and then in the 90s and even in early 2000s, um like the film is like so different. And also like even if you were to like use those cameras today, it wouldn't really have like the same feeling, even though the color is the same, because people wore different clothes back then. Prices were different back then. So if you were to like, record like the prices and menus of, or like, like architecture as well, like signs too, like everything's so different back then. So if you were to use that camera again today and like try to like create that same nostalgic effect, it wouldn't be all that effective.
God,
Maybe you have to change your hairstyle too. My hairstyle too.
yeah, like it's oh god, like trying to record the prices and you just have people being like, "Why?" But
Yeah. Well, here the thing about me is that I really like the classic old-fashioned like aesthetic. So I like to wear like warm colors whenever I head out with my friends. Um like if I had one of those like 1980s like big fat glasses, you know the ones that I'm talking about?
yeah,
Like they're like very they're very square, but like there's like a bit of a curve on the edges, right? The edges of they're like the lens are very like shaved off, and the frames are like brown colored, and like it has like that old classic aesthetic, and oh, it's so great. They need to revive that. I think there is a little bit of a revival, but it's a good style. Like the bell bottoms. A lot of girls are wearing bell bottoms these days, and that was popular in the 70s. So like it's it's like a lot of like revivals here and there, fashion trends, but maybe one day there's gonna be like a time where 100% like 70s or 80s are back, and then all of a sudden like that would be like the prime time to use that camera again and try to like relive the nostalgia that happened back in the 80s.
I mean that's also why people like Stranger Things too. Is that like the the
Mm,
actual like because the whole thing of being like in a time period, even though it's not actually well it technically is, but like because I especially
yeah.
season 3 is like where I love the whole like aspect of it, because it's like that's where it feels like it like pops out the most, where it feels like it's the most like in your face. Like you got Starcart Mall, you got like Chips Ahoy, you got like like
Yeah.
the idea of Steve Harrington working at Chips Ahoy or something, and then just but it
And Bubba Gump restaurants are popping out everywhere, are beginning to pop out everywhere.
God, it's like I wish I was in those times, but like I know that we'll all be looking back in the 2020 generation, being like, oh, remember those times when AI was big and then that failed because the companies just got greedy. It's I guess that like, what's your take on
Uh-huh.
AI?
My take on AI, I think it's good. I mean, a lot of the AI stuff is it's helpful for medical stuff, but I also understand there's like, the generative AI that's really bad for like um it's like it's unfair for artists, right? That draw by hand, right? So like, there's that too. So it's a bit of like a AI is like very helpful for some things, like helping, getting answers faster when you're searching up stuff, or but it's also not very good because it's unethical, right? It's unethical and sometimes immoral. But we are heading into this like there was like the internet era 20 years ago or something like that, and then now we're in an AI era. And you know what's gonna happen, I think 20 years, 30 years down the line? I think it's gonna be illegal for us to drive cars. Why? Because the cars will drive themselves in the future. And, drive a human driving a car will be much more dangerous than an AI robot driving a car. So, I think that's gonna be a thing.
Can't imagine the idea of being like, oh, it's illegal to drive cars. My take on it is like it's basically the same thing as yours, but like I remember that I made a video on like because one of the things I had an idea a few weeks back was, oh, you know what, I'm gonna because like spoiler alert, Stranger Things season 5 wasn't exactly the best tool in the shed, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if they can write up some scenes, and then I have this one comment come up that's like, oh, you're stealing from artists and everything, and it's like, it's text based, like it'd be one thing if it was legitimately art, but in the same sense, I can see where they're coming from. Like a lot of it's there, but text, a lot of it being text based, it's like, I'm usually against it, but
I think like when in terms of creative aspects of it, I think using, generative AI is like, not that great, right? But some people, like to have value efficiency over creativity. And, some people disagree, some people agree. I am like when it comes to a lot of things, I'm a huge fence sitter. When it comes to like this kind of stuff. Cuz there's like a good and a bad of everything, right? There can be things that can be improved and things that shouldn't be improved. But overall, in terms of like text stuff, um and art, like art is like, the eye of the beholder kind of thing, right? So like art is interpreted in many different ways. So you can call like a beautiful like drawing of the Alps to be very beautiful, but some people will be like, this is not colorful enough and I don't like it. So it's like it really is speculative and subjective to everyone's or every individual's opinions. Yeah. Ooh, I said like a lot of big words. Ugh. It's gross. I don't like to say big words.
you probably have the fear of long words. I can't even say the word. It's like
the fear of long words.
I know that
yeah.
Duffel, like I know my friend can say that word perfectly, and you just be like, ah. But
bamboozled.
It's like, but like a lot of people use AI like for the sake of like saving on time. It's either saving time, or they don't have the money to be able to afford the art, or pay or they don't have a lot of the it's, and that's what sucks about it too, is that like there'd rather be people who take that over actual it's like someone going as far to say, you know what, I'm gonna have a fursuit made by a factory or reproducing fursuits, than having somebody actually make a fursuit like by hand and having the materials and actually making it like so nice, like it's just the same thing over and over again.
Well, it's like the same thing. How I view it is that I don't think like real artists like will ever go away. I don't think it's gonna be like, yes, like AI is gonna take over a lot of things, but I don't think it's gonna disappear completely. Because people there's a lot of people out there that value authenticity. Say for example, like when it comes to, I don't know, like kitchenware. Um Sometimes you want to have engravings on a fork or like a certain pattern on a ceramic bowl. You don't really find those in the supermarkets or like at like, a typical store. You'll have to go to, for example, if you want to have like a specifically like interesting like mug or something, you have to go to a glass blower. So and those kind of crafts, and even though like thousands of years ago, like those kind of artisan crafts um are were everywhere. But now there's not a lot. But still, there's still people who value authenticity. And I'm one of those people. I like it when like, oh wow, this isn't made by a computer, it's made by a person, and it feels so nice to have like this piece of art. So that's me. I think a lot of other people have that value too. Authenticity over, automation. It'll forever exist, I think. That's my opinion.
Like, I'm trying to figure out how do I transition from that to asking you if you have a fursuit or not. Like, it's
Well, you can. It's fine. I mean, you mentioned like it is like wearing a fursuit that is made by like a person that makes everything like custom made and stuff like that. That's like authentic. And when it feels like you're wearing something that's like super valuable to you because it's been made by someone who put a lot of time and effort into it, right? When you think of that, then I think well, at least for me, it's like, oh, I feel like I am contributing to this ecosystem of artists and commissioner or like clients, right? Um, and there's no like automation behind it at all. But to answer your question, I do not have a fursuit. Actually, I don't want to have a fursuit. I'm not interested in fursuiting.
I don't have a fursuit myself, but like, because like I love that avatar that I have. It's the blue dog. It's Apollo, but like at some point I would love to be able to have a custom like at least have a like a color change on it. But
Yeah.
like if I had to make an avatar, it'd be that, because it's like, man, like that avatar fits me. So like and it actually brings me down to another question, like where did you get your avatar idea from? Because I was
Oh, so when I first played VR chat, like way back in like 2023, um, I was just exploring like worlds and stuff like that, and I was a pretty new user, and I came across this one avatar called Floshinia, and this is the base. And I thought it was really cute because of the big ears, kind of like Yoda's, baby Yoda ears. The big horns and the big long hair, and like you can make like it's cute. So like I that's why I just chose it. And then of course, this model isn't made by me. I did purchase it um off of a website, and then I retextured it like so that and what you can do, I made mine. The original model had like orange eyes and um like browner, tanner like skin, but mine is like blue and I have green eyes. So yeah, green and blue.
I'm trying to think
It's
what
my favorite colors.
green and blue.
Yeah, they're my favorite colors, so I changed them into these two colors. And then, yeah. And now here I am.
Man, I wish I could make a bluey joke right now, but I can't because, well, there's nothing that I can show that has green and blue on it. I guess this is the closest
What
thing,
else
right?
is green and blue?
Milli Vanilli? Yeah, that's not. No.
You know what's funny? I don't really know a lot of like pop culture references because I don't watch a lot of movies.
Green and blue. Found it. Maybe? I mean...
Oh, that's a musical artist.
Yeah, I told you about that artist when we first met a couple months back.
Right, yeah, yes. I remember. I was like, whoa, this person listens to a lot of music and also listens to really into cars. And Stranger Things.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Byler thing is only a month or 2 months old. So, actually, I guess what's a music artist or like a song that's stuck around for you for a while?
Well, my current hyperfixation was a Bavarian like yodelers. So like a lot of like German yodelers back in like a long time ago, like sang like a bunch of songs, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my new hyperfixation. But before that, it was just basically city pop and yeah, it was city pop, future funk, and like, you know, soft like songs, like indie songs. So yeah, like soft, like R&B kind of songs.
Why do
I also like bossa nova too, jazz, bossa nova, jazz, classical music. I work out to classical music. I listen to like Beethoven while I'm working out.
Oh god, imagine just being on the hill. It's just like and actually
It's nothing.
I can see that in some way. I know that half of the fangirls in the Stranger Things fandom would be listening to Kate Bush a lot just because like running up the hill. But I know for me, like it's you know, Tame Impala, that's the main thing. But like
Yeah.
my mood definitely shifts around quite a bit. But like the one thing which I always go back to is either lo-fi music or ambience. Like
Yeah, lo-fi music is nice. I used to like it, and then I later found out that there's a lot of like lo-fi AI like creations out there, and then I'm like, now I'm starting to like struggle to listen to lo-fi.
yeah.
So I started to listen to more jazz music, and Brazilian bossa nova. That's like my new, like, you know, chill music, ambience music that I listen to. So good.
Oh god, I can't like because there's moments where it's like I see the Billboard Hot 100s and it's like there's some AI music artist and I'm like, why? Like, of course it has to be AI.
They're getting very good though. Even the singing, the choir is singing, everything is getting super good.
It's just like, just stick with anything that you know that's before 2026, 2025 probably, because it's like, like that. I can't stand that. It's like, I mean,
well, there's also gonna be like people who incorporate AI stuff into their music, so it's like a mix of human created music, like musical artists that are very talented that also add in like AI, like maybe they could be saying, hey AI, can you create a beat for me, and then they'll work off of that beat and then call it their own, right? people will not know that it's an AI beat, but this is the future we're gonna be living in, or we are already living in. It's just gonna be much more popular, whether we like it or not. Welcome to the new era.
I know that one that like is an AI so and so. I don't know if you've heard of Neurosama, like it's a VTuber. That's technically run by somebody else, but it's an AI channel where it's like two sisters. You got Neuro and then Evil. My best friend is extremely into a Neurosama, but like they have these AI songs, and I'm like,
yeah,
like, because it is AI, so it's like it's not like a case where it's like it's like because it is AI and that stuff, but they're still so good. Like they're not the traditional kind of AI. They're not like something which you would be like, oh, you don't know it is AI. This is like it's AI, but it's still really really good. Like
the thing about Beatles like Neurosama stuff is that the uniqueness of it is that Neuro is getting much more advanced. Like every single year, she's gonna be more and more advanced, and I think the journey, like right now, of people watching her, will notice that she is slowly becoming more sentient. And when the audience and Evil Veal himself would see that sentience begin to form, people will start to believe, oh, even though this was made by code and, binary, she's starting to develop like a sense of her own identity. And oh, I'm looking forward to it and also not looking forward to it in the near future of when like AI robots will think that they're actually human, and it will mess with like how we perceive what AI really is. Maybe they're gonna have rights. I don't know. Who knows? It's gonna be very interesting.
It's like it feels like Free Guy all over again, or iRobot. Like,
yeah, I think it's gonna happen. Coming to a reality.
Yeah, like to think that because there's a movie iRobot. Like it's not very much based. There's a book based on it, but it's like not like a good based on a book movie. But like it's one of those films that I'm like I like the film. So, but we're at that point where in like 8 years, it's gonna be to the point to where it's gonna be 2034, and we're gonna be looking at like 30 years later, and we're gonna be like, is this actually gonna come true or what? Like, I don't want to see that day come. I think let's not jinx it. Like I think I have one last question, and then we'll wrap this up. I think I gotta think of this question properly. What is some advice you'd give to somebody like me or somebody who's upcoming as a content creator? Like what would your advice be? Okay, alright, I'm gonna try to quickly wrap this up while, okay, my advice for somebody who's upcoming is don't let yourself get swallowed up by your ego. Like when you're uprising and everything, it's only gonna be so long before you're pulled into it, and there's very few people who make it out of being like that. And like once it keeps going, then it's like just make sure to keep yourself in check. All right, keep yourself healthy. I think one line that definitely matches up with Dew's very well is this is from Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. It's forced conformity that is what's killing the kids. Like doing the same thing over and over again. I don't know. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dew, for doing this. It's actually, I want to, God, congratulations for 100,000 subscribers. Oh. 6 digits. There we go. Yeah. Imagine hitting 1 million. Like, imagine that. Like. All right. I'm not gonna keep you too much longer because you got things to do, and have a great rest of your day, Dew, and I'll definitely see you next time well, whenever, like, I don't know, whatever happens. I'll see you next time.